did check out, so I was looking at them.
Hello, welcome to Beyond the Chairs. My name is Erica Chancellor, your host, and today we have Johnathan in the house.
How you doing? How you
Welcome,
doing, people?
Johnathan.
Family,
You want to
family.
introduce yourself and
My
tell them a
name
little
is
bit about you?
Johnathan Young. My friends call me Jay Young. Grew up in LA, Inglewood, Westchester. Currently, right now, I'm a barber, working for our owner of headquarters grooming shop, and doing some couple other things behind the scenes with the industry to help the public stay safe. Just building my way up in the industry right now, getting my cosmetology license, and just
That's
out
pretty
here,
cool.
yeah.
So where you go to get your hours for your cosmetology?
Universal Beauty College, Universal, yeah.
Oh, okay, Universal. Are they still open?
He's trying to find a way right now to do it online right now. He's trying to find a way, different ways to do it, but I don't think he's open right now. I don't think
Okay.
he's open yet.
Okay, I was wondering about that. I was discussing that with the other young lady that works here with me. Cause you know how the pandemic and they didn't close us down again.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like,
Right.
are people able to still go to school? Or we already know they're not supposed to be in the salons now as of 12 midnight tonight.
Man, today was supposed to be the day.
So today is supposed to be the day.
Yeah,
This is
it's
the
crazy
day.
times right now. Everything's going on. The shops closing, schools. State board exams. The whole industry kind of right now is kind of
It's taking a real hit. It's taking a hit. I don't know how our industry is gonna really just bounce back from this.
Behind the scenes, it's still going on. I think for the people that are doing walk-ins and looking for people to come off the street per se, that's where I think it's more taking a hit. But for people that have their clientele, people who have faithful clients, patrons, they're coming through. They're gonna find a way to get their haircut for the people that needs it. They're gonna find their way.
That's true.
But the industry outside, on the surface level, it's taking a hit right now for owners, even people that are trying to just find haircuts on the whim, hairstyles on the whim right now. They're taking a hit.
Definitely. I think I had somebody try to walk in the other day, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, we're not taking
Walk-ins,
right now.
I see the same thing. Or I say I'm doing appointments here. You can take my card, and then if they do call me back, and I'm like, all right, I'll do it.
Set up an
Then I'll set up
appointment.
We'll set up an appointment.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
on
But
top of
yeah,
it now,
and they say, as far as protocol, as far as the guidance, when it comes to the CDC, that you have to go by appointments. Like you're not supposed to be taking
Take
walk-ins.
walk-ins, right, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's we doing it right.
So yeah, we're doing it right. We on track, and I mean, you can kind of feel that. Like, no, I don't know if you positive. I don't even know you. So.
And I think they're being precautious too. Like I said, I haven't seen too many walk-ins like that before either. Now that that everything's been going on, hasn't too many walk-ins been coming up like that. I think they've been trying to keep it safe too.
Right.
Themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless they really need it or just the loyal clients.
Right. Or and then I noticed too, like a lot of my people that are new that come to me, it's usually from somebody that referred them that I already do, and I'm pretty cool with them, and I'm like, okay,
some
I
people
can take your referral. Right.
Definitely.
Because you know how that is. Yeah. So coronavirus has it affected your business in any way? Have you had to make any changes?
I got a story. Well, right now it's definitely affected my business. Before we were 4 people at my shop. It was a stylist, and she's kind of been still kind of carrying on. She's been doing the weekend, here and there. One of my barbers, he lived with his grandma, so now that he's living with his grandma, he's kind of scared, to be out in the public like that and bringing it back to his house. So he hasn't really been coming to the shop. And then another barber, he found a shop that was closing down. So he was like, man, I might as well take this opportunity and get me a shop. So he was like, now, and then my business partner, he had some illnesses. So it's just kind of me taking over everything. But so now it's just me and her. And we, I took it kind of hit like that. And, some places are not doing forgivenesses. He did a couple of forgivenesses, definitely, helped me to pay it back in the long run, have to pay it back, but still have to pay back the bill, light bill still due, cable, phone, all that still is still going on. And with the industry, walk-ins are not coming like that, I'm just doing with my clients. That's really coming, so it is taking a hit. It's like making me trying to put myself in a position right now to see what I want to do. You know, what do I want to do? Where I want to change up, and where I want to take it to 2021. What I want to do now. But you know, you got to just keep pushing it. You know, things you take the high roads, low roads, and things happen. So you got to keep pushing. Yeah, keep pushing.
And that's why it's important that you have more than one income.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like
definitely.
you gotta have multiple streams. What they say, 7 streams of
income. Definitely have multiple.
And that way, you know, if one take a hit, you still got 6
right,
to replace that.
Right. But it's okay. Everything's still moving, you know. So
yeah, it is. Definitely, especially for the hair industry.
Yeah, the hair, like I said, we
as black people are not gonna walk around looking crazy.
That's one thing I say for sure. With these tools, you can go anywhere around the world and you can make some money. Anywhere. You don't sell yourself short. You believe in yourself. You know, it's what you believe you can do, and what you believe, what you want people to pay you. You can go anywhere in the world and take these tools and do your thing. You know,
that's true.
You can go anywhere. So
anywhere,
make money. Yeah,
literally anywhere. So when did you figure out that you wanted to do hair, or what inspired you to get into doing hair?
Definitely, I would say who my inspiration was. My mother. I was born in the salon. You know,
okay, you was a salon
kid running around, watching her, and you know. But at the time too, I was at a point I didn't want to be no barber. But you know, you just can't help it. My sister, she ended up braiding, doing stuff, and you know, I would always give my mom liners and. You know, go to the barber shop and he'll line me up and I'll be like, man, nah, that just ain't right. And then I end up going home and start lining myself up. Then friends started like, man, you did that, and start lining them up, my cousins and you know, friends, and start lining them up. And so definitely my mother was my inspiration for doing it. She, you know, like I said, she told me she does hair, but she passed away. You know, she worked behind the board too, working in health and safety, and you know, she led me on to that type of mentality, that thought to be able to. It's so much more you can do with this industry than just cutting hair. You know, it's a lot of other things you can do. So she kind of inspired me. Like I said, I wanted to stay away from it, but I had a couple of other friends that were cutting in high school. I'm like, man, y'all doing this? Y'all going to get y'all license? I'm like,
really?
No, man, I'm saying, you know, but I was like, all right, then, but I still was kind of staying away from it, and I was going to be I wanted to do digital graphics at first. I was doing computers, and I like to draw, so it was cool to always still do something with my hands. So, and I was, you know, trying to be a rapper and all kind of, you know, that stuff, and I was just like, man, this is not really me, you know, that'd be fun, you know, but I was like, man, this is something I was raised on, you know, I'm seeing it every day. I was like, let me just go get my barber license. You know, I can get my barber license, still go to school, do my digital graphics, and then I can still make some money professional.
Yes.
Start cutting hair, and then it's like, man, you know, after that year being in the industry and realizing, like, man, people start coming to you, see what you do, believing in you, be like, man, I'm making some money, you know, like, you know, so it was just, you know, that took me there, and then, you know, all those aspirations of owning your own shop, and, you know, the push of going to another shop, and with the booth friend, was just like, man, I can't do that no more.
Right.
And just like, man, I might as well just cut my own business, you know, do my own business, you know, start my thing, so.
And that's how you end up.
That's how I end up being a barber.
Rest in peace to moms.
Definitely.
A good lady, and like you say, very passionate about the business. Very passionate about it as well. And like you say, showing you that other side. Because like you say, when we was talking before, people just think it's just cutting hair.
Yeah, no, it's not just cutting hair. It's just so many things. Yeah. If you do want to be a teacher, products, cut hair, like say mobile barber, you know, in-house barber, own your own business, you know, books, you know, coloring, facials, nails, you know, it's all type of different strands or different ways you can make industry, you know, if you want to do cut on the scenes, it's so many different ways you can make some money in this business. Like I said, it's $1 billion industry, so you just gotta find a way to tap in, you know, podcast, whatever, you know. There's so many ways.
Yes, beyond the chairs, yes. Yes. So what kind of things would you like to see changed in the world of barbering and cosmetology? If any. If you think it's perfect, which I know.
No, you know, it's not perfect. You know, I think being appreciated sometimes, you know, I think clients, they appreciate us subliminally. You know, they appreciate us because they know, they want to tell you a story. I got this to do. I need a haircut. I'm taking pictures. I need a haircut. oh, I'm going out on a date, I need a haircut, but then they don't like the appreciation to you when you tell them your prices. Now it's like, oh, I ain't got that, or oh, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that everybody has to tip, but this is a tipping business, you know.
Exactly, yes.
And if you saying you got all, you telling me this story, you got this job,
yes.
and you doing all great, and because of this, and people appreciate it, it's like, man, we'll show appreciation.
That's the thing, y'all. Y'all be telling us these stories and telling us how balling y'all are.
And then be like, oh, that's so much you
and you want to shortchange me.
I got some stories about industry cats talking big and this, and then you come out $40. You be like, I done drove a half 2 hours to cut you, and then you give me $40 after you done told me a story.
Exactly.
Like, oh man,
exactly.
come on,
Buying Gucci and all this.
Yeah. And you ball, you got your chain swinging, like, oh, okay, you're all right. And that's what a lot of people don't appreciate or notice, that we are the psychiatrist. We are the person that you're going to talk to. And if you really know about relationships, work, life stories, we there listening, talking, which is cool. We like to engage with our clients and everything, but we do so much more than just cut hair, And it's like, just the appreciation of us, like, man, and knowing that we got stories too. We want to go somewhere, I want to go to the party. I want to go out to eat. I want to go see the fight,
Yes, exactly.
I want to watch the football game too, And,
it ain't happening with $40.
Yeah, nah, and they don't see sometimes it's like we put so much into it and how much we care. Maybe, and they don't see it sometimes, like, because sometimes I might double book, my bad people, or something, like that, and it'd be a couple of people waiting, but sometimes it's hard to turn you down. I don't want to turn you down. I'm like, come on. And, one wise barber told me this one day too. He's like, man, this is an experience, come to the shop as an experience. Don't come with, I got to do this, get me out in 45 minutes. Come, we're here to talk about, everything that's going on in the streets, in the areas.
Yes.
Come chill, don't press me.
Exactly.
I don't press everybody else, because once you get in the chair, I'm going to give you the same things I'm going to give the next person in the chair. I'm going to make sure I'm going to take care of you, make sure I'm going to do you right. So
and sometimes we giving them stuff that we're not even putting in the price. It's
Yeah,
like a little bit of extra that
we
we putting on because, it's my brand. It's my, you got to walk out with this cut, so I'm not going to just send you out looking any kind of way.
No,
and so a lot of times we're putting extra on there.
This is like an art, it's really priceless. And that's why, too, I do believe, people like say, why, it's $10 cuts, $8 cuts, or, with hairstyles. But I think it is a type of a status thing. And if you're doing $8 cuts and you in that area that, where people, can do that, then do that. But it's areas too where you can $100 cuts, $400 cuts. But then if you're in an area where you are doing $8 cuts, and you feel that you're doing a great job, and you feel like you're better than that, you have to put what you feel you are, put how much you feel your cuts are worth. Just like art, you can, be art that look like scribble scrabble, but for some reason people appreciate it, and it's $1 million art, $1,000 art.
I've seen some stick figure art, and you be like, really?
Yeah, so you
really
have to
selling
put your
that?
brand, you gotta sell yourself. It's about selling yourself. And if you believe you're worth $100, your cut is worth $100. Don't sell yourself short neither.
That's so true. That is so true. Johnathan over here dropping some knowledge for y'all. Yes. So, do you think that the board has shown diversity? And when I talk about diversity, I mean, do you think that they have included African American hairstyling, African American curriculum, things like that into the board? Or do you think that it's kind of shifted in a way where it just focuses on one nationality of people? Because remember, we had press and curls. Remember that?
Right, no.
You had to do a press and curl.
Right, yeah.
With a Marcel.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely we've changed.
But they took that out.
Yeah, just, they changed definitely different things. Even with, with Barber, say, they changed the facial, scalp manipulation. They take out these things, and I would say definitely on one level it is kind of dumbing down the industry, because when you think of yourself as a barber, it's just like you cutting hair and maybe a razor or something like that. But we have so many different services you could put into your service to give to charge more. A scalp manipulation, a facial, and you know, and that's why I say it's the thing about, you know, maybe, you know, the clients trying to rush, you know, and now you can't put your time into one client to like, no, I'm about to groom you. I'm about to give you a service. I'm about to give you an experience, and so you can really love what you got, you know, than just paying just for a haircut.
Right.
And if they're doing that in schools, taking that away, that's already from the levels, you know, kind of putting in your mind that I don't need to do this. I don't need to do scalp manipulations. I don't need to do facials. So coming from schools, yeah, you know, taking away those services and not, you know, giving a test for it, or just saying this is important because on the test you think it's important now, you know. And so now you don't do it no more. So I think
that's how it was affected.
But across the board is the curriculum. You know, like I say, it is definitely you know a thing. You know, I think all levels with that. You know, I guess that's systemic racism thing. That's just classism type thing. You know, where schools, you know, where some schools are better. Some schools are worse, but they're getting the tools.
Right.
I think it's you know, it's kind of hard thing to kind of, you know, to answer, you know, but I definitely think our schools need to be, you know, we need to put more into our schools. We need to have, and you know, one thing too is, you know, and maybe that's the same thing. That's what I say it's about the systemic thing about people. It's not too many schools in our neighborhood no more.
Right.
When I went to school and got my license, you know, I paid $425, I think $475, because we had financial aid, we had the enrollment fee waived, we had your kit waived.
So they made it.
Yeah, I got a kit and my enrollment fee and tuition paid with $475. So in our community, you know, I would say, you know, specifically the blacks, you know, in our community, you know, and I'm minors too, you know, Hispanic and stuff, but in our community, you know, that is big, the money thing. When we see, you know, like I said, this mental stuff, when we see 3,000, 4,000, you know, as a barber, as a guy on the street, it's like, man, do I want to put my money into that, and or do I want to bootleg? I can just bootleg and cut at the house, and don't think I ain't got to worry about it. But you know, that if that's something like that came back again, like I say, but that's with businesses and loans. That's what I say with businesses, schools, they're not giving us maybe not. But they're not giving us loans. I mean, we see the receipts are, we don't see no schools. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Behind the scenes, when you see at the state board, you don't see the percentage is still there. It's 2% of blacks or some African Americans that's coming there. And now I say no hate to anybody else, but you just see why is this happening?
Right.
And it's because we don't have the schools. You know, either you know they're not teaching the funding. People are not teaching in school that this is a great business. You can make some good money, have your own property, and so. You know, if we had more schools in the community that was giving funding, and I think we would be doing it more. You know, I think it would be a lot more schools. We would see it, and be more flourishing in the industry and representative. You would see more just things for our community and stuff like that. But
that's a good perspective to
but I think we
at.
just need more funding. Like I said, you don't see too many black schools like that. You know? We need
so that's why you think that's what's trickled down.
That's what's trickled down because
to us not being
involved too much. Yeah, you know, we for some reason I don't know why we will run from this industry. You know, it's definitely say everybody.
Well, I think one thing is that the whole the whole inspection thing. I would think that will be one big thing. Like I'm going to rent this spot and I'm gonna cut hair in it. And not knowing when these people can come in, and then when they come in, what they gonna do, or what they gonna say.
No, it's definitely.
You know, I think that kind of that would scare people.
Yeah, because it does run people off from. You just don't know, you know, when they're gonna come up, and you know they definitely it's too harsh of a punishment of what they're trying to do.
Yes.
And the same thing, it's a money, it's a money thing. You know, like I say, it doesn't make everything, but just how this. Lifestyle, America, everything's about money. So you do need it to get yourself out of situations.
Right.
But I mean, what I say, should you, if you know, in your shop, should you get all these fines too? But like I said, some stuff is a nitpicking, and some stuff can be overboard. You know, it is a shop. Hair is going to be some places. You know. But to come through to charge somebody $500, and then if they're not there, going to charge them $500, then charge the owner $500 to $1,000 if they don't pay it at this time. It's like, that's ridiculous, you know.
Fine on top of
fine. That's you can't find somebody that's not.
So
there.
I think that kind of scares people too, and
no.
then you get law enforcement because if you don't let them in, they can call the police
and
demand to come into your salon. And I don't think people really truly know that.
Right, and I definitely would say that's a way they do keep a track of your money, because keep a track of what you're doing, because this is a independent contractor business. Yeah, I do believe that the client, you should put, you know, clients' health and safety first, because you are dealing with the public. But at the same time, that's the way they keep track of us. You know, that's the way they keep hold of you. Right. That's the way they can find you. Buy this license. You get this license. Now you gotta abide by this license. We can come by and do this to you. Do this to you. Which, you know.
That's what I call the knee on the neck. Get y'all knee off our neck, y'all.
It's definitely.
These Jim Crow laws. These are Jim Crow laws. This is Jim Crow stuff. Yes. Get y'all knee off our neck. So what are some of your future goals for this industry?
Future goals, right now, trying to get my Cosmo license just to further my information in the industry. I want to, right now, I'm trying to just thinking about working in the industry, maybe working on set a little bit too, because they want you to have a Cosmo license to get to work in the industry, to work for the union. And, you know, that's another right, you know, with, you know, the Cosmo barber thing, you know, why would they want a Cosmo over a barber? And they hiring women to cut men hair on sets, and if you start looking at haircuts and stuff when you see on set, you wonder why his haircut is may not, you know, some are better than others, but some haircuts, because there's not a lot of men on set cutting hair, there's a lot of women cutting hair, not to say they're bad. With cosmetology license, they're not barbers, they're Cosmos, because they're letting women on, you know, not women, Cosmos, but majority of women. Majority. They let them on there, and they're not letting barbers, so a lot of men get cut by women that are not barbers, they're Cosmos. So I want to get my Cosmo license right now, so I can just be able to have access to that, to work on set, and you know, I think my now working, like I say, doing these things behind the scene, you know, I want to now just seeing that part of the field. I think I want to become a teacher, become an educator, and start teaching, because just seeing that, it's like is it the schools? Is it the people?
Yes.
Or, you know, what is it like? You know, so, but I think
it's a disconnect.
Yeah, it's a disconnect. So, but I think a lot of it is the schools, and not to say the schools are bad, but I think the kids, like you said, getting the aspect of what happens in the life of the industry. How do you perceive now that you're in the shop?
Yeah.
How do you teach them how to work? And you know, because I don't think a lot of them, you know, they think it is all about cutting, and you know, it is different techniques you can give to help cut, you know, but I think I just want to get to that field, because it's not just all about cutting. It is about a lot of safety stuff, you know, just learning the things that you could make money. You could own your own business, you can own your property, you can get a lot of different things by working in this industry. People don't know. But so I just want to be able just to give back my information and my skills now that I know, we know what the ins and outs are, to give it back now.
Right.
I definitely think that's so. And that's what having my Barber, Cosmo, and stuff. Just I want to start thinking about teaching.
That's good, because they need a lot of barber.
Still owning the shop too. Still owning the shop. Maybe thinking about do that. But COVID's right now is just crazy. So, but that's why I was like, if I do come back and do something like that, just want to do something different. Maybe different and within the same thing. Just we kind of form something with a shop, salon. Some type of grooming shop or something like that for people.
That's pretty cool.
So, trying to sort out 2021.
I know. It's here. It's here. So you gotta have those goals set. You gotta, be ready for it, because it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming, whether we want to or not.
It's going by fast.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. Before we go, do you want to give your social media outlet and your
social media outlet is Headquarters GS, Headquarters Grooming Shop. Just GS though, but it stands for Headquarters Grooming Shop. Named Johnathan Young again, aka the Mastermind Barber, elite barber out here, phone number, you can give me a call to 310-242-0220. But best contact me, headquarters Grooming Shop, headquarters GS.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan.
Thank you.
We enjoyed having you here on Beyond the Shares.
Thank you.